Hello students. So today we will discuss navigation and homing in insects. Firstly, we will discuss about navigation. So navigation is simply how insects find its way from one point to another, whether it is searching for food or migrating or returning home. So insects use combination of senses, sight, smell, touch, and magnetism, even magnetism to guide their journeys. Let's start with the visual cues. Firstly, of the landmarks. So insects sound like honeybees and ants heavily rely on landmarks like familiar trees, buildings, rocks, and even human structures to find their way. A honeybee memorizes the layout around its hive using a series of learning flights. It circles around, gradually expanding its distance while mapping the landscape visually. Later, it recognizes these patterns and uses them as signposts to get home. Second one is the sun compass. Basically, bees and ants can use the position of sun as a directional guide. As the sun moves across the sky, they compensate for its movement using an internal clock, a built-in circadian rhythm. This allows them to stay oriented even as the day progresses. It's like carrying a living GPS synced with the solar system. But when what should happen when the cloudy days are there is a cloud there are the cloudy days. So insects have a backup plan. They can detect polarized light, invisible patterns created when the sunlight scattered in atmosphere. So dragonflies and bees and moths use these sky patterns as navigational maps even under overcast situations. Their eyes contain a specialized photoreceptors that can sense the direction of polarized light. So it's a superpower we humans don't possess. Next up is the path integration or dead reckoning. A trick used by desert ants like cattle glyphs. These ants wander long distances food in search of food in the desert throughout the desert, zigzagging. But when it's time to return, they don't retrace their steps. Instead, they calculate a straight line path back home using an internal compass and step counter. So they combine information about how far they have walked and in which direction, even without any landmarks in sight. So think about it like no GPS, no scent trail, just pure internal maths and memory. Next up is the magnetic cues. Like insects can sense Earth's magnetic field. Certain bees, for example, are thought to have some magnetic minerals like magnetite in their antenna, allowing them to detect geomagnetic field. It's like having a built-in compass quietly guiding them even when visual cues fail. This magnetic sense is still under research, but it opens the door to a deeper understanding of insect navigation. Smell, basically the olfactory cues. Moths, for example, can detect pheromones from potential mates from kilometers away. Butterflies use chemical scents to locate host plants, and ants lay down pheromones to trail the guide nestmate toward food or back home. These scent trails act like invisible highways of communication, fading over time but powerful enough to connect the colony. Now we will discuss about the homing behavior, like how insects return to its specific place, their nest, hive, or burrow. Bees use visual memories to recognize their hive's exact entrance. They can remember colors, patterns, or even angles of sunlight hitting the hive. Ants rely on both visual and landmarks and path integration When displaced, they will scan the area searching for familiar shapes or terrain to reorient themselves. Next up is the chemical homing. Many ants and termites depend on chemical homing, laying down trails of pheromones. These trails don't just lead others to food, but also serve as a guide home. If the trail breaks or fades, often wanders in circles until they reconnect with it. A perfect example of chemical communication controlling collective movement. So why study insect navigation and homing? Because understanding these systems gives us insight into neutral processing, memory, and sensory integrations. Insects have small brains, yet they perform tasks that rival human engineered navigation systems. So they are maybe tiny, but the navigation strategies are monumental, a blend of evolution, adaptation, and brilliance. So next time you see a finding its way back, basically it's not a luck, it's science, memory, and instinct working together in perfect rhythm. So if you enjoyed exploring hidden intelligence of insect, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and join me next time as we uncover more wonders of animal worlds.